Hey everyone, I wonder if you've ever had a dream and you've woken up and you're not sure whether it was real or not. Maybe you dreamt that you scored the winning goal for England in the World Cup final.
Come on, England!
Maybe you dreamt about being a superhero. Duty calls. Maybe you've dreamt about eating an entire chocolate cake all by yourself. The only problem is, you wake up and you find out that none of those things were real. But in the story from Peter's life that we're looking at today, Peter was going through something really difficult. But something so amazing happened to him that he thought he was dreaming. The only thing was, what happened to him was real.
Here's Peter, one of Jesus' disciples who wrote the letter we've been reading together, and here's a bit more of his story from Acts chapter 12. The disciples couldn't stop talking about what Jesus had done, but then the persecution started and the disciples scattered. But Herod, who was the king, didn't like what they were doing and arrested some of them, persecuted some of them, and killed some of them. He arrested Peter and put him in prison. But Peter was in chains, with guards watching him. But the people of God were praying for Peter. In the middle of the night, an angel appeared and woke him up. Peter got up and his chains fell off. "Put on your cloak," said the angel, "and follow me." Peter didn't really know what was going on. He just followed the angel past the guard, through the door, past the second guard, and out onto the street. Suddenly the angel left him and Peter realised he wasn't dreaming. He was outside in the street. Peter said, "Now I know without a doubt the Lord has sent his angel and rescued me from Herod's clutches." Peter headed off to Mary's house. He knocked on the door, but no one answered. They were busy praying. Then a servant Rhoda opened the door. She was so excited she left Peter outside and went to tell the others. They didn't believe her, but eventually they went and found Peter and welcomed him. Peter explained what had happened and how the angel had rescued him. So when Peter writes his letter, he knows all about suffering and all about joy and wants to share what he's learned with others.
Sometimes we can go through really difficult things in our lives. Things that we don't understand and things that we find really hard, and you might be going through something like that at the moment. God doesn't promise that we're going to have an easy life as his followers. Peter certainly knew that. But Peter also knew that Jesus had promised to be with us always. And Jesus is so amazing that he can make it possible to find joy even when things are difficult. So when things are hard, you can still look to God for joy because he is awesome and he can do more than we could ever dream of.